4th class? How many classes are there?
Apparently a lot now.
Uh-oh.
Who knows?
Hyoko's corpse delivered without warning throughout the school. The students gathered without explanation in the gym. The headmaster appearing on screen to announce an emergency situation and then turning up dead. The gray dome enclosing the school. Scarecrow appearing for no apparent reason in the sealed-off building. And now, the students shot dead if they try to escape. What's going on outside?
How humiliating. It would seem that things are worse than we ever expected.
If only I'd stopped him.
There was nothing we could do that we didn't, Kawara. The last thing you need to do now is start mourning what we've lost. You don't intend to give up now, do you?
No, I'm fine. We have to keep going.
I think we should keep quiet about this to everyone in the gym. We can explain to them after we've figured out what to do.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Our one chance to escape turns out to be a one-way ticket across the sticks. There's nothing...
That's a good phrase.
That is really good, actually. I like it. There's nothing we can do but search for clues inside the school.
Our only escape turns out to be a ticket to see Styx.
Would you like to come sail away with me?
Yes.
Nice.
Where shall we go next?
Let's go back to the maintenance office. Mr. One might have that file open.
Very well.
Because it feels like there was so much structure of this that it was structured as a you choose where to go and what order to do it thing, but then got compressed back into not that.
Yeah, I think that is the case.
Okay. So I was right to pick up on those signals in the writing.
I believe that is the case.
We return to the maintenance office and explain what outside to Mr. One.
I see. It seems that our worst predictions have come to bear their evil fruit.
What?
Our worst predictions? Do you know something? No, I just really hate fruit.
Yeah, fruit is off. Have you tried it?
We can predict things without knowing that they will happen. Confusing predictions with reality can be fatal, young one.
Been wondering for a while. Mr. One, are you really just a maintenance worker?
An innocent student was shot. I suppose it's time I introduced myself properly.
Takes off the bird costume and is really a big human. Leon J.B. What? Why does he get the same background as
But also, Hurtful Boyfriend now.
Well, that's part of the pun in Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm Leo. Oh, that's you.
I am Leon J.B., one of the great soaring wings of the Dove Party. S-Class agent. Pleased to meet you.
The Dove Party? It looks like a cockatiel to me.
I have heard of this Dove Party, the secret organization that advocates living in harmony with humans, correct?
That's the same organization that Yuya is a part of.
Indeed it is.
And Shu is nominally a part of the Hawks, but really is just interested in his research, right?
Yep, and in cutting our Kyokos.
Yep.
You are well informed, young one. It is a noble's duty to be well informed.
I feel like I must have missed something.
There are two schools of thought driving the politics of today. The Dove Party, who believe we should live peacefully with humans, and the Hawk Party, who believe we should exterminate them.
Exterminate. But I thought the wars with humans were over.
Do you really believe that everyone just decided to live happily together? Sadly, that is not how the world works. There are still many disagreements between birds and humans, and so the hawks and the doves have come to the fore. We discovered hawk activity at the school, and so I was dispatched to investigate.
Dispatched.
And what we feared would happen has happened.
What has happened? Wait a minute, are you saying the Hawk Party has something to do with St. Pigeonations?
It seems hard to believe. This school is known for its tolerant policies towards humans. It even welcomes Tosaka as a representative. I cannot confirm or deny it, but there are a growing number of Hawk operatives attached to the school. The headmaster's secret file will probably answer some of your questions.
Oh, you got it open. Thank you.
That should speed things up a little. Let's look inside.
Let's. The human representative. To help humans and birds advance hand and feather towards a bright and happy future, we have decided to enroll one human into school starting in the year 2187. Oh, so that's how far in the future it is. Okay.
Yep.
They will be the human representative. The pandemic has long since ended, but we must nonetheless be cautious of the risk of infection with Sumatera influenza when making our selection. We'll pick a strong, healthy 15-year-old human who displays hereditary resistance to Sumatera influenza.
The human representative. This is talking about Tosaka, no matter how we look at it.
2187, that's when we enrolled here. Come on, let's read the rest. The chosen individual will be a symbol of human concession, to wit, a hostage for the birds. The representative is to die in the school, the entire campus will be sealed off, and all the birds inside will be given to the humans as prisoners.
Wow.
Okay. The seal will be lifted 12 hours after the death is confirmed, and the birds will be delivered to the humans. The school will be declared an extraterritorial zone, and avian protests of any human reprisal will not be tolerated. If Hyoko is to die, so her death was connected to the dome after all. And
the important part is this final gruesome exchange.
Basically, if anything happens to Hyoko, the representative of humanity, then the entire school takes the blame.
So it would seem. They trap us in here to give the humans time to arm themselves. The dome will open in a few hours, but what awaits us outside is a horde of bloodthirsty monkeys. How humorous.
It's not humorous at all.
So, this was the true face of her enrollment here. I rather think that this whole thing was arranged to widen the divide between humans and birds from the start.
Could it be?
Who knew that no matter how many burbs we dated, it still wouldn't turn out good?
Yep.
Indeed, things here go deeper than we ever realized. As you know, the school's public stance is very liberal on the human cohabitation issue. In fact, the school's principal financer, the Ichijo Group, has been heavily involved in human charities for the past 20 years.
Is that charities for humans or charities of humans?
Of humans, by humans, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that would have just been normal.
Yeah, never mind. I've investigated the history of St. Pigeonations extensively, and I can confirm that it was founded with the ideal of coexistence with humans. But the Hawk Party has been sending agents here for a long time, eating away at the system, like a dreadful virus. We have had information about this document for some time. It is real.
It's kind of hard to take this all in at once, just to make sure. For 12 hours, the dome will remain closed. During that time, humans will gather to take revenge, and then...
when the dome opens, they will kill every bird in sight. And with that, another era of war between birds and humans will begin.
That student who got shot when he flew out the hatch, there are already humans waiting out there with guns.
She was discovered this morning, and the dome was raised soon after.
Click.
So the time is not from when she died, but from when her death is confirmed.
The evacuation was about 2 hours ago? Yeah, it was right at the start of... oh, sorry, did I take your line?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was right at the start of second period, around 10 o'clock.
And so we have until 10 p.m. before we're all killed.
You seem awfully calm, Sakuya, even after watching somebody get shot.
Remain calm, Kawara. Do nothing but worry about what's gone wrong, and you'll be next. I do not know who did this, but they will rue the day they decided to tangle with a libelle.
What time is it, Mr. Leone?
Just past 2. We have only 8 hours then.
8 hours. We have to find an escape route in 8 hours or we'll be killed. But if we go outside, we'll be killed anyway. Just getting outside isn't enough. There has to be another way.
My dictionary does not contain the word impossible. We shall continue the investigation.
You're very decisive, Sakuya. I'm glad you're here.
Do not attempt to flatter me, Kawara.
I'm not, I mean it.
I like how he turns from a pompous dick into a pompous dick that's actually important.
Right.
And somewhat dependable.
We found the connection between Hyoko's death and the dome. There's clearly some sort of intrigue behind it all. I don't want to die without knowing the truth. We'd better go now. We have to solve this before we run out of time.
You're a promising lad. If I were to give you a piece of advice, well, don't miss the forest for the trees.
Why is everyone giving us advice?
Don't miss the forest for the trees?
Sakuya, there's one more file. Operation Hatoful.
What is that?
I don't know. That's what it says on here. Bottom half is... oh, sorry.
The bottom half is torn off. We can't read it at any rate.
I don't feel like it has anything hopeful anyway. It's an awfully friendly name for a confidential document, though.
Stupid Japanese. Look, it's spelled hurtful.
Whoa, it is!
I thought Hatoful just meant heartful.
Oh, the pun becomes important.
I suspect that we will find many of the things to come quite hurtful.
Hurtful!
Yep.
Right. Probably something important given that it was in the locked file.
Indeed. I hadn't heard of this hurtful thing before, but you might want to look into the school's history.
The school's history? And also, everyone seems to be railroading us in exactly the right direction we need to go for exactly the information we need at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm super convinced that this is just for Ryota's benefit, for some reason.
At any rate, the headmaster must have known what would happen after Tosuka died. The escape hatch was no doubt put in place to allow him alone to escape.
Which means that maybe he had a guarantee of safety for himself? I don't want to suspect an elder, but it does look that way.
Everything going on here is connected. We may well find something of use in the records.
Right. Let's go look at the school documents then.
I'm not the only Dove agent in this school. I'm sure the other will help you as well. Good luck, gentlemen.
Time to go look for more clues. Maybe we should write in the notes first. Shirley said to investigate the school's history, but how? Where do we look?
The headmaster's office, or the library, perhaps.
I already looked through the headmaster's office. Did you see anything like school records or anything?
I would have thought they would be there, but I don't recall seeing any.
Library it is then, and the mystery we have left to solve is...
The blood-stained stranger Oko saw going into the infirmary yesterday.
Exactly. What with the headmaster dying and an army of gun-toting bipeds showing up to turn us all into jerk chicken, and it all... I almost forgot about it. And the scarecrow, we still don't know where he came from.
He appeared along with the dome, and no doubt is connected to it. If we continue to investigate it, I am sure his origins will become clear. And Tosuka's gruesome end is the best clue we have. For now, we should forget the puppet and chase after the blood-stained bird.
Right. That's decided then. We'll go to the library to read up on the school's history and we'll look for that bird. Probably doesn't matter, but what should we do first? Library?
Sure.
Library.
I realized that I actually fucking forget how everything ties together.
The library. I wonder if Nageki's at the gym yet.
Nageki? Who?
I met him in the library earlier.
He stayed behind? An unusually dense individual, to be sure.
The library's a little ways away from here. We spent some time jogging through the hallways. Been trying to ignore it, but the dim light makes the library even creepier than the rest of the school.
Getting hung up over little things in a time like this is a sign of weak nerves.
Really?
Well then, where are the school documents?
Huh. Probably not where just anybody can look at them.
They are probably somewhere in the back then. How dull. Come, let us search.
Right. Books, and none of them what we're looking for. I was hoping it would be around this corner, but apparently not. And here a line of incredibly dusty Huh? That's odd, there are 9 of them. Volume 6 is missing. That's weird. Did some birdie misfile them? Anyway, St. Pigeonation's history. It's not back here with the large volume, so maybe it's a smaller book?
It's not here.
Were you, Nageki?
I don't remember. Probably.
You never left?
Is that a problem?
Well, not really, but I told you earlier there's an emergency going on. Huh? Can't tell if he doesn't realize what's going on or just doesn't care.
The records.
Huh?
Keep looking there and you'll never find them.
So you know where they are?
Yep.
Well, since he's here even now, I imagine he basically lives in here. So it's hardly surprising that he knows where to find things. I don't have much time. Could you tell me where to find them?
By request.
Request?
You don't know what that is?
He gazes at me with eyes like black holes of cosmic disdain.
You can only get at them by request. They're not kept out here.
Then where are they kept?
Behind the reception desk, in the back. It's not locked, so go ahead.
There are a number of bookshelves behind the desk, it's true. Thank you, Nageki, really.
Don't worry about it. You've been mumbling to yourself ever since we split up. Please, try to remain in charge of your faculties, Kawara.
Oh, sorry, I was talking to him.
Talking? To the bookshelves? Surely there are better uses for your energy.
No, Nageki was telling me where to find the...
There's no one else here. Seize this bizarre monodrama.
Uh, what is he talking about? Nageki's standing right next to me. It's not like he's behind a shelf or something. I was worried he was a figment of my imagination for a minute, but he just told me where to find the records. But Sakuya... Let's find out. Can I ask you something, Nageki?
Yes?
Are you a hallucination?
If I was, that would mean you're asking a hallucination whether or not he's a hallucination.
Yeah, that's right. Does seem a little weird.
Does it matter? Maybe I am. Or maybe I'm not.
It doesn't answer anything.
This doesn't usually happen. I've never been able to talk to a bird I've just met before. I think I will remember everything soon. What about you? Have you found the thing you forgot yet?
Nageki, do you know something about that? Huh? It disappeared. The thing I forgot. It's exactly what the doctor said, too. Why did Nageki know about that? It wasn't just a coincidence, was it? Am I forgetting something important about all this? I don't think I could dismiss him as just a hallucination. Oh, Nageki murdered. Did Nageki murder Yoko?
I don't know, it didn't seem that way.
Hmm.
He was a ghost.
Well, no, not Nageki, I'm sorry. Did Ryota?
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Because he lied about going straight home yesterday. Can't remember the thing he forgot. It seems like they're setting it up pretty hard.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to soldier on. Request only books. This shelf?
Looks like it. I see a lot of the same books as were in the headmaster's office.
Chronology of Saint Pigeonations. This?
Let's see. 2180, founding of the school same year, Ishiju Kitsugu inaugurated as headmaster.
2180. Much more recent than I had thought.
Only 8 years. I hadn't known either.
Aside from that, it's all transfer student records and sports scores. Is there really a clue in here?
Wait, Sakuya, I'm getting a major clue! 2183, medical center shut down due to fire.
Medical center? Does this school have something like that?
I don't think so.
There was no mention of it in the student guide. I suppose it was never reopened. Does it say anything else?
Right here. Damage from the fire. The book presents us with a new mystery as if to taunt our inability to hold all those we already have.
Why can't I hold all these
new mystery.
mysteries?
2183, medical center shut down due to fire. Freshman Fujishiro Nageki died in the basement where the fire started.
Wait, I thought he died in the library.
I thought so too, but apparently not.
Weird.
Apparently it's just that's just where he liked hanging out.
I thought he killed himself in the library. I thought his
I
whole
thought so
thing
too.
established that. Huh.
Maybe. The exact same, but that's... Nageki died 5 years ago? Then what is the Nageki I keep meeting today? He didn't deny that he was a hallucination. Sakuya couldn't see him, which means he's a ghost.
Don't say such dreadful things. It's unscientific. Besides, you don't have any milk. It couldn't have been a ghost. Is that French?
The second word doesn't look like French.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tu dis des Balvernes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Balvernes?
We're betting our lives on this search, you know. I won't have any occult rubbish brought into it.
But I think he knew something. If he is the same bird, then he could be the key to solving this mystery.
So you intend to rely on some invisible ghost? There are limits, Kawara.
I spent some time looking for him in the library, but I couldn't find him. He always found me rather than the other way around. I'll just have to wait for him to show up again. The blood-stained bird.
Do you have an idea?
I feel like I should. It's not something I'd encounter normally, but for some reason... Don't I know some birdie like that? Oh, wait. Anghel.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Vague, as always. We do have a time limit here. We must not fall behind.
I know. If I remember what it is, I'll say right away. Maybe Yuya was still in there? Let's go ask him again.
He did say he was there until he returned home. If anyone went in, he should have seen them. However, he did say that he saw nothing out of the ordinary. If what he said is true, but if what you said is true, then he was lying.
Which would mean that the doctor was lying too.
Very well.
How come Oko-san doesn't show up anymore? Favorite bird. Yuya! Salutations, how goes the investigation?
Well, just who do you think I am?
Yeah, unlike me, you are a very capable bird. Yuya, we wanted to ask you something. No. I'll answer anything that doesn't violate my privacy, so ask away.
Do you really have a 9-inch corkscrew penis?
Did you really not see anything yesterday after school? I'm not sure what you mean. Thought the doctor and I already verified each other's innocence? We were in the infirmary the entire time. We talked to San earlier. He said that he saw a blood-stained stranger going into the infirmary yesterday.
Did you see anything like that?
Nope, sorry.
Could you be the blood-stained bird yourself?
Yikes, no, as you can see, I'm not hurt anywhere at all. Besides, he said he saw this bird going to the infirmary, not going into the infirmary, right? Yeah, he did.
Oh, right, that was your line. Sorry.
Anyway, I didn't see anything. There's not much more I can say. Right, Doctor? Yes, that's right. No one came yesterday. I don't think we'll find anything more here, Sakuya. Let's move on. Oh, wait, no, that's fine.
No, Ryota is punished snake now.
I don't think we'll find anything more here, Sakuya. Let's move on.
Indeed.
They're pretty blatantly lying to us, but you know whatevs. Did those two really not see anything yesterday? If there had actually been some bloodstained stranger, then that would mean that Yuya and the doctor are hiding something.
Unless they're not lying to us, and nobody did come into the infirmary.
Where do we... The medical center seems like a good place to go now. You could be right, yeah.
Indeed. Where is it?
That's the problem. I'd never heard of it before either.
It sounds rather large. I wouldn't expect it to be that hard to find. The record book said the fire broke out in the basement, and if the building was burnt to the ground, it would have said so.
Should still be here then.
Assuming it wasn't demolished. Are there any unused buildings on the campus?
Unused buildings? Oh yeah, the old hall.
Old hall?
That's what we call it. It's by the back gate, and it's not used for... What's wrong?
School hasn't even been around for 10 years. What reason does it have for having an old hall?
Now that you mention it, that is kind of strange.
Come, guide me there. An old hall that's been burned to the ground, and this is Utena now.
Yeah, it is. And they're gonna crack the world's dome shell.
They're gonna crack the world's egg.
If a chick doesn't break its egg, then it'll die before it hatches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
The world's
I can't remember.
egg. Let's break it. Break the egg.
This is it.
It doesn't really look like a medical center.
It's pretty much the same as the main building. Yeah. Looks like the door's locked.
And then we shall break it down.
You're starting to sound like a delinquent, Sakuya.
What? What did I say?
Don't worry about it. We'd probably be suspended for breaking in here, but this is an emergency. We don't have a choice.
Door busting minigame?
Yeah, no. It's awfully dusty in here.
It has been left unused for 5 years. It appears that they didn't leave much behind.
Everything's empty. I wonder if they cleared everything out when they sealed the building. This all looks pretty much the same as the main building.
Bah, did we come here for nothing?
Let's look around a little more. Look, this door still has a sign on it. I guess it was the reference room?
I do not relish the prospect of wandering about this mausoleum of schoolrooms, but very well.
It's even dustier in here.
The shelves are marked with dates. Perhaps they once held medical records. There's nothing left now, though. And... Operation Hatoful.
Huh? Among the rows of dates, sure enough, there's a shelf labeled Operation Hatoful.
Empty as well. It would have been asking too much to hope to find anything anyway.
Operation Hatoful. I wonder what it is.
Who knows? Something put in place along with the human representative business, so no doubt it was nothing good.
Is Operation Hatoful connected to the medical center? What if it's the source of the mystery we're tangled in right now? My head hurts.
The only things left are, archaic medical journals.
Huh? It's the encyclopedia.
An odd place to keep one.
Wait, look at the volume numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12.
What? Does this unpleasant arrangement hold some meaning?
saw them like this in the library, too.
A bunch of old encyclopedias?
Yeah. Can I look at these for a bit?
Do as you please.
The ones in the library have the same binding. In place of Volume 9, there's an extra copy of Volume 6. Just flip it upside down.
Look, this copy of Volume 6 has a library sticker on it.
Perhaps it came...
Wait, I read your line. No, you should read mine.
Perhaps it came from the...
penance.
Perhaps it came from the library, then? Someone must have brought it here when the medical center was still open. Probably switched it with Volume 9.
An unpleasant piece of mischief, to be sure.
Yeah. The other volumes all seem as they should. Probably isn't anything in the extra copy of Volume 9, but maybe we should go see if it came from here. When we get back to the main building, let's go check the library.
Provided it isn't a mere waste of time.
We leave the reference room and continue our investigation of the medical center.
Perhaps we should save at some point in case.
Oh. We deep in it now, boys.
We've searched the entire first floor and have yet to find what we're after.
The stairs into the basement? Apparently the fire that closed this building 5 years ago started in the basement. But we haven't found it yet. The elevator doesn't have a button for it either. How do we get in?
Perhaps we can't anymore.
That's a really negative attitude. Huh?
Look at that wall.
The wall? It's like a normal concrete wall to me.
Don't you see it? Stupid peasant.
What about it?
Think back to the building's exterior and the second floor. There shouldn't be a wall here. It's small, but there's a space behind there. It must have been sealed off after the fire.
Now that he mentions it, this wall is a slightly different color than the rest, which makes sense if it had been put in later. So the stairs are beyond here?
It seems likely. Isn't this a bit much for cleanup of some fire?
We probably won't be able to break this down.
If we can't get in there, I doubt we'll find anything more of use in here. At least we found that thing from the headmaster's documents again.
Yeah, let's head back. Did you hear something?
Yes. Someone else just broke in here.
This could be bad.
And oddly, it sounds exactly like that one sound clip that played every time Anghel showed up.
We're in a dead end with concrete all around. We need to get somewhere with a window fast.
Run!
Yeah. Stop! It's here.
Wait. Calm down, Kawara. It's small.
So it is. Too small to be the Scarecrow. Huh? Aren't you from 2-2?
I am the Crimson Fallen Angel, Anghel.
I knew it. The manga club boy from the class next door. He's famous around the school for being a nutcase, but what is he doing in here?
I think I'm going to have a headache. Textoris Melodia Funeris.
Who, me?
Good for you, Kawara. He came all this way to give you a title.
It's not good at all. Nothing but trouble will come out of it. I don't know why you came here, Anghel, but it's dangerous. You're supposed to be in the gym with everybody else, so come on, let's go back.
I am not allowed rest. Not until I have fulfilled my duty. In accordance with the pact of old, I must seal you here now, Textoris Melodia Funeris, Undertaker.
Undertaker? If that's it, then, so the time has come at last. I will not be stopped now, Crimson Angel of Judecca. Come! What? What?
Yep.
So we are the bad guy all around.
Maybe. I don't know.
Does it matter which ones we use?
I don't know. Let's see.
Blue Moon Slash.
Wow. Cease this jack acting, you wretched imbeciles.
Sakuya attacks. Wait, why are you attacking me? Ryota takes 260 damage. Ryota returns to his senses.
Anghel takes 295 damage. Anghel is shaken.
Okay.
So yeah, the RPG combat was just them doing a bit.
Oh, what is this? To the moon?
Yes.
Huh?
I am shocked, Kawara, to think that even you would go along with that farce. What? He disrupted my territory?
I got carried away by Anghel before I even noticed. Influencing the very reality of his surroundings is a frightful power indeed.
You, Luzon. What did you come here to do? After what you just did, I think you may be our prime suspect. I came here to do but one thing. I must follow the demon spores.
A whole new variety of what the heck are you talking about?
Perhaps you could explain in normal Japanese. Your dialect is somewhat opaque.
I don't think it's just his dialect, Sakuya.
The end is calling me.
Have you seen it? It looks like Akio's taint.
That is all. That this is the cross I must bear.
He stares off into space as if gazing at something far away. Maybe that basically means he's a thrill seeker?
So, you're a moth allured by a candle's light, Luzon? No! I am stained in crimson, clad in night, unforgiven. I am the mad scientist who will throw this world into chaos.
Son of a bitch. Haven't you figured out he's the fucking bloodstained bird yet?
My eternal blood seal calls me to purgatory.
More crazy talk. It's not exactly a blood seal. That bloodstained chest is just the way Bleeding Heart's plumage looks. Oh.
What is it, Kawara?
Bloodstained chest. Sakuya, do you think maybe the bloodstained stranger San saw was...
Anghel, where were you yesterday after school? What were you doing? Battling minor demons of Baal and following the demon spores.
Could you rephrase that?
Rufa, the tree of blight, called out to me. He's asking you to say it using words we understand. Hallowed magician of white, your anger now. It is the power of the demon spores.
I think it's the power of you, Anghel.
Bah, I must compromise. I was in the place the ignorant many refer to as the infirmary.
I knew it!
I think we need to talk to you. Come.
And so we left the medical center, Sakuya dragging Anghel behind him. The plot thickens.
Coo.
That's that then.
We need to know what you did yesterday. Did you go into the infirmary? If I could, I would have. But only the chosen one can stop the demon spores.
In other words, he didn't.
Useless. The gate was sealed with the power of darkness. However, Adel Blau did venture within. Adel Blau? Who is that? Explain in terms known to sane individuals, please. The Apostle of the Blue Sky, Adel Blau. She also goes by Tosuka Hiyoko.
Hiyoko went into...
What?
Oh, I needed to click. Hiyoko was in the infirmary yesterday after school. But the doctor and Yuya said that no one came and nothing happened. They're lying.
Well, shit.
Oh, shit. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Crack the world shell. Too bad we already used that episode title.
Yeah.
You are different from those peasants, Sakuya. You were chosen from the day you were born. You must remain conscious of this. Yes, Father. We are the chosen ones. It is our duty to guide the foolish common folk. Yes, Father. Look at them crawling in the mud. There's no value in their lives. Were it not for our compassion, they would die as miserably as they live. Yes, Father. Their very blood is tainted. The world is not yours. You must never speak with them again. Do you understand? Yes, Father. To Japan? Yes. You'll be staying there for some time. Arrangements have already been made for your education. Remember, you must such as to bring honor to our family, Sakuya. Yes, Father. Also, Dr. Iwamine is... Iwamine? Iwamine? No. Iwamine is in residence at the institution you will be attending. He's a prestigious doctor. It would not be exaggerating to say that our current glory is thanks in part to him. Do not disrespect him. Yes, Father. Uncle saw Hiyoko going to the infirmary yesterday, and then the door was locked. The doctor and Yuya must have seen her. What happened in there? You must both be lying. Yu has been helping us this whole time, and I don't want to suspect him, but he's clearly been hiding the truth. Could Yuya be covering for the doctor?
We don't know that for sure. The mongrel could be lying to cast doubt on Dr. Iwamine.
It's not impossible, but from what we've seen so far, the most likely conclusion is that they're working together. Sakuya, you were the one who said we needed to remove our biases. We need to solve this.
I am aware.
I want to go confront them now, but with only Anghel's testimony, our evidence is a little weak. They'll probably slip out of it again if we go now. They're both much more eloquent than I am, and they'll try to dodge the issue. Which means we need to search the infirmary.
Do you intend to go in without asking?
Yeah. The more stealthily we do it, the better, right? If the doctor finds out, he'll come up with some way of stopping us, for sure.
Understood. I will go to the lab and keep them occupied while you search the infirmary.
Thank you, Sakuya.
A moment, gentlemen.
Mr. Leone!
I have something for you. Sorry for being late. I was somewhat delayed.
What are these?
The first is the massive key. It should open just about any of the simple locks in the school, and is as bright and massive as its owner.
What the fuck does bright and massive mean?
It's a cool key phrase. The other is a stun gun. If you need to protect yourself, use it.
Oh yeah, stun gun mini game.
You will have more use for those than I, Kawara. Hold on to them.
Right, thank you, Mr. Leone. Maybe I should write in the notes before I go to the infirmary. Are we ever going to get to look at our notes?
Probably not. The hour of judgment has come. You cannot use the Dark Tree's power here. Return to the void, Wallenstein. Well, he seems excited. I wonder what the doctor is doing.
Being slandered by Mr. Higure, as you can see. Please stop breaking school property, Mr. Higure.
I have returned from Judecca to defeat you. As long as you live, calamitous sorcerer, the world will be wrapped in eternal despair. When he says things with such conviction, I almost find myself believing them.
Please, that isn't funny.
Yes. Come on, Higure. Let's go back to the gym, okay? No, stop. Do not throw me out like some wretched doll.
I suspect he has suffered from megalomania since birth.
Megalomania? Whatever do you mean?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, that is what that means.
Yeah, okay. Delusions of grandeur. Eschewing societal standards, he lives his life in the midst of some bizarre fantasy. Perhaps it is genetic.
Perhaps caught in a landslide.
No escape from reality. Open your eyes, it's your line.
There would be no helping it then, would there?
He is unusually active in the destruction of his surroundings, especially given his physique. Internal prejudice is a terrible thing, I suppose. He's no doubt exerting to the limits of his capacity at all times. The most dangerous part is his ability to bring his surroundings into his fantasy, though I seem to be less affected than you. And since although I invited him to the school, I've yet to find a use for him, the whole thing has been nothing but a waste of time.
Did you say something just now, Doctor?
Nothing at all.
Excuse me. Oh, hello, Shirogane. What's going on? Where did Kawara go? He's investigating another area at the moment.
Only Dr. Iwamane and Nanaki are here now.
Isn't Sakazaki here? I think he's walking around to calm his nerves again. He's very brave to be out and about with that scarecrow on the loose. Not brave, just imprudent.
Stupid mongrel. Stop pretending to be migratory and get back here so I can distract you. I want to occupy both of them if possible, but at least they don't realize that we suspect them yet. Just the doctor should be enough.
Dr. Iwamine, I came here to ask your opinion of something.
My opinion? Your role will not be of much use to you there. My body has never required me to visit the infirmary. I've not had much occasion to talk to the doctor since moving here, but I can read his Wait, is this you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
But I can read his expression perfectly well all the same.
It took me a second, okay? By which I mean several minutes.
Mm-hmm. It says, I'm not telling you anything.
Where is Mr. Kawara? Did you have a falling out? He did seem to be suspecting me based on nothing but his own prejudice. Pity.
I agree, sir. To doubt someone based merely on one's own preconceptions is... Balavernas, sir. It is nonsense. That's right. I must be perfectly logical in all things. You are renowned as one of the most intelligent birds in the world, Doctor. I do not think that you could be involved in such a grisly crime as this.
It is an honor to be so praised by the heir to the LaBelle family.
Completely flat. Does he never speak with emotion? I hold a deep respect for you, Doctor. You might not be aware, but my father owes his life to your medicine. A few years ago, your work allowed the LaBelle family to continue on to even greater glory.
Is that so? I had not known. I'm afraid that I know little of the fates of the drugs that I develop.
The life of but one bird may not be significant to you, but we of the LaBelle family will never forget.
Oh, how wonderful. Take it your father is a figure of great respect.
Of course. The family head must always be honored.
It would seem that you hold your own biases even more dearly than Mr. Kawara holds his, almost like the foundation of your very existence. I'd rather like to see the expression on your face when that foundation collapses. Locked. Has it been locked ever since the alarm this morning? The doctor went straight to the lab to begin the autopsy, and I think he's been with some birdie else ever since. Let's see, maybe that massive thing Mr. Leone gave me will do the trick. Yes! Key get!
Nice.
This room has always been a little creepy, but it's even worse in this dim light. Need to look for evidence that Hiyoko was in here quickly. But where do I start? The longer I spend poking around the corners, the bigger risk that I'll get caught. Need to remember, I've been here a lot, so every time I got sick. Where would the doctor hide something if he didn't want anyone else to see? Did he forbid his assistants from ever touching his desk? See, he keeps his drawers locked tight. You're up, massive thing. Inside our medical records? He's probably supposed to keep personal information locked up, though I never really thought of him as the respectful type. There are only 4 files. The names are Kawara Ryota, Tosaka Hiyoko, Fujihiro Nageki, and Shirogane Sakuya. What? I'm surprised to see you following me in here, but Hiyoko and Sakuya never had any reason to be in here, and Fujishiro Nageki. Looking closely, Nageki's folder says St. Pigeonation's Medical Center on the side, while the others don't. And the date is from 5 years ago. Did you take this from the medical center? Since it's here, he must know something about the fire back then. The other 3 records from physical exams? I'm full of strange symbols and numbers. I'm not sure what they mean. Huh? Sakuya's has a second piece of paper in it. Looks like some sort of memo or... Ah! Sudden blinding pain in the back of my head. Can't move. I fall unconscious. Damn it, Yuya, why'd you do that to us? Where am I? Feel dizzy. That's right, I was looking for evidence in the infirmary. Medical records are gone. Somebody took them? Managed to get knocked out even with the stun gun Mr. Leone gave me. Darn it! Don't know who attacked me, but those records must have been important to get stolen away like that. Ah, darn it, why did I let myself get taken from behind like that?
Why did you let yourself get taken from behind?
It was consensual, okay? With those, it would have been hard to prove anything. Whoever attacked me must have been the criminal. They probably wouldn't leave anything, but maybe they missed a clue in here somewhere? Huh? I know it's earlier, but there's a card on the desk in a corner I wouldn't have seen if I weren't on the floor. This is Hyoko's student ID. There's blood on the corner, so it wasn't dropped here by accident before she was killed. Must have happened in here. Looks like my doubts about the doctor are confirmed, but for some reason I still feel unsure. I almost feel like this is too good to be true, like I'm being led along. If the doctor were behind it all, surely he could avoid casting so much doubt on himself. Just what is he after anyway? But I'm not worried about who's doing what and why. I'm worried about finding the one who did this to Hiyoko. I need to talk with Sakuya.
So, you think it would take a fair amount of time to cut a human up like this and distribute them into boxes, Doctor?
Correct. Even if she were cut up last night and distributed this morning, it would involve a good deal of physical labor.
I should know. I do this for fun.
Which is probably why we got the Scarecrow to do it for us. Sakuya?
You again.
Can we go to the maintenance room? We need to talk.
Very well.
Mr. Shirogane.
Yes, Doctor?
Just as an aside, it would be impossible for one such as myself.
Even with the knowledge and tools of a physician.
Even so, I'm not a particularly healthy person. Not a healthy person?
The doctor is slightly impaired down his right side, you know.
He is? I never knew. I was injured long ago. My right wing never fully recovered, though it rarely poses problems in daily life. Human corpse is heavy. Seems like a bit much to go dragging around with one wing, don't you think?
Yes, it's all true. It's even recorded in the faculty medical records.
It is? I see. Thanks, I'll remember that. That's why him and Yuya are working together. Tell Sakuya about what I found in the infirmary as we head to the maintenance office.
Meaning, Fujishiro Nageki's records and the doctor have something to do with the medical center.
I think so, yeah. I wonder about the other records, too. Why you, me, and Hyoko all together? Could that really be a coincidence? Did you go there often after you moved here or anything?
Not once. Nobility knows no illness.
Yeah. I've never seen him sick and he always seems pretty lively. I hadn't known about the doctor's injury, but kind of a bad thing to find out now.
Bad? Because it is inconvenient to your theory? We must remain just. Just what? No harm can ever come from learning more of the truth.
I guess so. Maybe it's because he's not overly very active or because he never leaves the infirmary, but I guess I've never really had a chance to notice his disability. If he couldn't have done it alone, it makes it seem more likely that he was working together with Yuya.
Blasted mongrel, no good can ever come of his presence. He merely confuses the issue.
Salutations, were you gossiping about me? Yuya! What a pickle. I guess I'm the topic of choice among the boys as well as the girls now. Not that I mind. Yuya confirmed by.
Yep. Don't let it get to your head, mongrel. We weren't saying anything good about you.
That's right, Yuya.
We were just talking about your 9-inch corkscrew
No,
penis.
Can we stop it?
It's so funny, though.
And every time you wait until I've forgotten about it.
I know.
Oh
it's almost like it's on purpose or something.
Oh my god. From our point of view, we're subjecting you to vile slander and ill gossips. You're very frank, Ryota. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm not Frank. I'm Ryota.
What kind of slander? Perhaps you shouldn't say, lest my fragile heart shatter like a maiden's crystal glass dropped by an unkind lover. Should be obvious what we're talking about from our faces alone, but he's completely relaxed. Doubt his heart is made of glass, though. Use tires, maybe. I don't know what that is.
Heart of glass, Blondie.
Nope. Something that is completely impervious to abuse.
Your unsolicited presence saves us the trouble of looking for you. We demand answers from you. You lied. You met Tosuka in the infirmary yesterday. Did you kill her?
So you doubt me. I'd love to see your evidence. We found her ID stained with blood in the infirmary.
You are duty-bound to answer. What did you see in the infirmary yesterday? And what did you do?
Well, I can't tell you anything. Sorry. I can't say anything at all.
Cease this foolishness. You know something, don't you? Do not attempt to dodge the...
Here. Oh, ah. Run, you two! Sounds like he's trying to say Hyoko Tosuka's name.
Yeah, maybe.
Such terrible timing. Nobody likes a man who can't read the atmosphere, Mr. Scarecrow.
Is this the time for jokes? Run! Go!
Ryota seems to have left us in the dust. Maybe we should hurry up a little. Well, it doesn't look like he's noticed us. I guess it's not too keen on chasing people.
Your idle flirtations sicken me. Filthy mongrel.
Shh. Do you want it to hear us? How about this? I'll go first and lure Mr. Beanpole Man towards the cafeteria. You head for the maintenance room where else distracted, okay?
You plan to act as a decoy? Don't think this will stop me from suspecting you.
I wasn't asking you to. I've been your ally until now, so why stop now?
Our ally?
Anyway, run for it as soon as we're out of sight. Adieu. Sakuya, you're okay. I was worried that maybe you got caught.
Indeed.
Isn't Yuya with you? We never got him to answer anything.
I do not know. He ran in the opposite direction.
Huh. We don't have much time left. I think the only thing to do is get him to talk to us and then confront the doctor. He's been helping us this whole time, but I don't know if we can still consider him our ally.
Our ally? Indeed.
You've always been separated, right? So you don't really know how he usually acts, or if he'd be likely to do something like this, or...
How could I know? He and I live in different worlds, as my father said. I couldn't know.
I'm an only child, so I don't really understand siblings, but I think I know how you feel about him, Sakuya.
Do not make me repeat myself. He and I have no connection. But I want to believe that he is not my enemy.
Looks like Sakuya isn't entirely sure what to think. The prime suspects are the doctor who aided his family and his own half-brother. If I were given the same situation, I wouldn't be as calm as he is. We should write the notes, then go talk to the doctor. Go find out exactly what happened in the infirmary. Figured out a lot of things, but there's still a lot that remains a mystery. 6 p.m. We don't have much time. Can we solve this and get out alive in only 4 hours? Alright, let's go Huh? Sakuya?
Your friend already left, young one.
Why didn't you say so earlier? He's planning to confront the doctor alone. Father is of the pure bloodline, and so his life is of the utmost value. By extension, the doctor who saved his life must also be valuable. I must not disrespect him, because that is what Father told me. My brother, born of a low father, is a worthless being. Though he looks noble, his veins flow with filthy and pure blood. I must not associate with those of low birth, because that is what Father told me. But I'm no longer sure. What is blood? Why does it divide us so?
Well, if you ask Shu, it's cool red stuff that's good to play with, probably. Oh, hello again, Shirogane. Where is the doctor? He said he was going back to the infirmary. Maybe he forgot something there. Thank you. You're going right after him? Don't you want any tea? Well, be careful. He looked rather troubled. I hope he's all right. Doctor.
Mr. Shirogane, you look quite fatigued. Would you care to rest for a while?
You are wrong, are you not, sir?
Whatever could you mean?
I wish to learn the truth. What did you and Sakazaki do? Which of you decided to kill Tosuka?
That is not something to say without proof, Mr. Shirogane. But then, we have but little time left. Perhaps I shall explain things to you. I did not kill Miss Tosuka. This is the truth.
Of course. How could I let myself be swayed by idle rumors? The doctor could not possibly carry out such an atrocity. Except he could. We've seen him
he
do it.
could.
But he didn't this time, I
Mr.
guess.
Sakazaki did not kill her either. Which raises the question, who did?
Sakazaki admitted that he was involved in the crime. He cannot possibly be...
I merely said that he did not kill her. I did not say he wasn't involved. Of course, the same applies to myself.
The two of you did not kill her, but were involved. But then, who did kill her?
Oh dear me, this won't do. Talking to you makes me feel like I'm about to fall asleep. Suppose there are limits. These are the limits of a mere mongrel.
What did he just say? Doctor,
Could you be quiet for a minute, Mr. Shirogane? You bore me. You filthy, low-born mongrel.
What? What are you saying, sir? I am not like Saka...
You did well. Thanks to you, Mr. Kawara has found almost everything he needs. Just one more push and he'll be done. Thank you, Mr. Shirogane.
A glint of white steel. His left wing slowly traces an arc through the air. I'm dying. I'm dying. What did he say? Why was I left behind? I can't think. Sakazaki.
Stop that, Issa. I told you not to touch my brother.
Suddenly, Sakazaki Yuya blocks out the sun. Blood is spreading across the floor. I am unhurt? Who's... Your wing!
Such beautiful brotherly love, Mr. Sakazaki. You were the real hero all along, of course. I only promised that I wouldn't tell other people. Not that I wouldn't tell him myself, or that I wouldn't kill him. And after all that work to seal the record for Mr. Kawara, too. Yeah, you've always been like this. Coward and a villain to the core. Oh, such flattery.
What are you doing, Doctor? Why? Why are you doing this?
I told you, remember? You bore me. Now that you've helped Mr. Kawara as much as you can, I have no more use for you. Why should I put up with your babbling now that I am done with you?
I do not understand, sir. What did you and Sakazaki...
This is exactly what I'm talking about. I have no responsibility to explain to you. Goodbye, Mr. Shirogane. No, don't move, Sakuya. Sakuya! Oh, Mr. Kawara. We were just discussing you. Yuya standing over Sakuya, blood running down his body. The doctor standing next to them. There's no question about what's happened. Doctor! So it was you all along. Was it? I wonder about that.
Pull yourself together, Sakazaki. Say something.
Don't worry, he won't die just yet. I'm sure you'll enjoy a confession or two, just so ask him all you want. Wait, Doctor! Here. The Scarecrow! There you are, Labor 9. I was waiting for you. Come, let us go. Labor 9? Is that the Scarecrow's name? So he was working under the doctor this whole time. Just a little more, Mr. Kawara. Do you think you'll remember soon? Stop running away! You killed Yoko, I'll never forgive you! I'm glad you're so lively. It's good. I shall be waiting for you deep beneath the surface. Chase me, Mr. Kawara. I reach out. I can't reach. The doctor and the Scarecrow are gone. Don't go chasing after the Beanpole Man on your own, Ryota. A good man keeps his cool even at times like this.
Don't speak, you're still bleeding.
Don't worry, my voice actor doesn't know to make it sound like I'm bleeding.
Who the hell do you think I am? Suddenly, it's Gurren Lagann.
I'll be fine. I know my limits better than anyone
We're
else.
Team Die Gurren.
I won't die to a little scalpel. I haven't seen that yet, so getting whacked with a cleaver would have been bad, but... There are plenty of bandages here. Sakuya, wait here, I'll go get Mr. Leone. Wait, Ryota. I have things to tell you. Can you wait long enough to hear my confession? Like the doctor said, there is no time to waste.
There is no time to lose.
So let me tell you everything I can. This might be our last chance.
It's too late, Sakazaki. If you were involved, why didn't you tell us before?
We had a deal. Of course he broke it without a second thought. Excuse me. The doctor and I did not kill her. That is the truth. But then why did he... She died in this room. After school yesterday. That is also the truth.
Then there was someone else?
Yes. Right as always, Sakuya. And that third person killed Hyoko? Who was it? I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. I think you'll figure it out. I have to apologize to you. The doctor and I were the ones who cut her up.
So you got that part right.
So you stuffed her into those boxes? It was the time. The doctor needed to be sure of when she'd be found. He decided morning would give time for most humans to gather. I suppose he probably thought putting her in print boxes was funny too. The most humans? Why would... Looks like I've stayed on the fence to the very end. I didn't have the resolve to go either way. If only things had been a little different.
I thought you said you'd be fine.
Are you worried for me? I'm honored. Could you go outside for a bit, Ryota? We'll go to the maintenance office afterwards. Just for a little. I want to talk to Sakuya alone. You have a new father now, Yuya. He has a beautiful mansion and you'll be moving there tomorrow. But your new father says he doesn't want your brother. Says he can only feed you if you leave the egg behind. Mother is sad. He is her son, too. I will go. I will throw my brother away, Mother. Give me the egg. The new father killed my father. I know he did. He killed him so he could take Mother from him. I waited until she laid a new egg. Till she laid an egg with the new father's child inside. I had him hid away in the mansion, and I switched them. So he will raise my brother as his own son. The new father hates me, but he will love my brother. Give him nice food, nice clothes, and a nice bed. My brother will not know. No one will know but me. I hate the new father. I took the new egg, and I smashed it.
Intrigue! Anyway, Sakuya's not noble born.
Nope. I've always thought that maybe I should have told you. The doctor did not lie. The same as me, Sakuya. We were never half-brothers. You were my real brother.
Impossible. I am the hair.
The hair!
I'm the hair of the LaBelle family. Father told me so. Everyone told me so. I was raised for no other purpose.
I never told anyone that I switched the eggs. If Father found out now, he'd throw you away. I did it for you. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just did it to spite that man. I killed the child he had with Mother. That was the cross I had to bear. It was never your problem. I was happy just to see you living in luxury.
You... Under what authority?
None. You're right, I only ever listened to myself. But the doctor noticed. He must have realized. I guess I was doing what he said all along, since I took your lineage. The fact that I killed the LaBelle, the other father's child, will never leave me. I've never been able to forget. If you're blamed for that child's death, you have to press on. You can't let it stop you. I always worried about whether I should tell you or not, and now it's too late. So...
Fool! To deny me my lineage now!
I'm sorry, Sakuya. I should have told you long ago. I was never as sure of myself as you.
If I am not of the LaBelle line, what am I?
I knew you'd ask that. Straightforward as always. Leave this place, Sakuya, and think about it long and hard. You've a lot more to worry about than just who your family is, after all.
No! Wait, Sakazaki! Stay with me! There is still much for you to tell me.
It's been a long time since we talked this much. I talked to you every day when you were still an egg.
Pull yourself together, Yuya. You can't leave like this. You said a little scalpel like that couldn't kill you.
I should apologize about that, too. Remember the headmaster? That was nerve toxin.
You mean that scalpel had...
Go on, Sakuya. Leave your liar brother and go. The doctor must have a way out of here. You are yourself. Never let anyone tie you down. Later, buddy.
No. Yuya! Yuya! So
shit is getting real. Holy shit. What the fuck is going on?
A normal bird game.
Holy shit, there's a 6th class. Hold on, I need snacks.
The normalest bird game I ever did see.
We're going 6 classes deep. I want some fucking wheat thins. Want a wheat thin?
Yeah. When you think about it, this is kind of like Flappy Bird.
In what way is it like Flappy Bird?
There's poon poons in.
Oh my god. It's 6 p.m. I haven't had much of a sense of time passing since the dome appeared, but it's already evening. The atmosphere in the maintenance office is tense. The doctor said he'd be waiting deep beneath the surface. Does this building have a basement?
Certainly not one that appears on the official plans.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe.
Under the medical center? But that one's blocked off with concrete.
It does not seem to me that the medical center is an entirely independent building. There may well be a path from this building into the basement there. Is there anywhere you might have missed something?
Missed something or forgotten something? Somewhere I forgot to look? Oh. That's right! The encyclopedia from the library and the medical center, and the chronology and the medical records. I'd like to talk to Nageki again.
You thought of something?
Yeah, I need to go check. Sakuya. He hasn't spoken since what happened in the infirmary. I can't blame him. I know how he feels. Better to leave him alone.
I know. I'm worried about it too. You're fading again. Where are you?
Nageki! There you are!
What is it?
I found out a lot about the school and about you.
I see. I suppose you know who I am, then?
Sort of, but there are things I need to ask you. That's why I'm here. The fire 5 years ago and the dome today. How are they related? Nageki must know something about the secrets the school holds. You aren't really here anymore, are you?
That might be so. Or it might not.
I saw on the school records. It says you died 5 years ago in an accident in the medical center.
I had become aware of that. I stopped my own clock here. That's why I can never leave.
You stopped your... In other words...
At the very least, I took my life through my own will. I am almost sure of that.
So you didn't die in the accident? He hangs his head in silence. Looks like he can't remember everything from before he died. I need a clue. There must be some basement under the medical center. I need to get in there. That's right. The encyclopedia.
The encyclopedia?
You used to go to the medical center, right? Did you switch one of the encyclopedias from there with one here?
Why would...
That's what I want to know. Guess I should just tell him. Look, you know how the encyclopedias here are out of order? There are 2 copies of Volume 9 and no Volume 6. Medical Center has the same encyclopedias? Yeah, there are 2 copies of 6 there and no 9.
How disorderly.
I'm sorry, I
It
took one
should
of your
be
lines.
arranged 69. 69.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah. Anyway, one of the copies of Volume 6 has a library sticker on it. Someone must have taken it from here.
Switched the encyclopedias. Mr. Kawara, try reading this copy of Volume 9.
Looking's worth 1,000 spoken words, I guess. Huh? This isn't right. Looks like just another book when it's closed, but... It's a box? It's full of files. Some sort of documents? They're all from 5 years ago. These must have been...
What does it say? That one.
Let's see. Operation Hatoful. This is talking about using carrier individuals as biological weapons to fight humans? It has the same title as the file in the headmaster's office, but I never expected anything like this. Meaning the school has been being used for biological weapons development for at least 5 years. 2180. New strains of Sumatera influenza isolated. 2183. A new strain has been isolated from Fujishiro Nageki. It is lethal to humans and has been named Karen virus. Center research at St. Pigeonation's Medical Center.
Karen virus? Humans I met would always get very sick.
Are you remembering something?
Yes, I think so. I think I was the one who brought that book here. The birds with me in the medical center often did secret things in the reference room. I wanted to tell someone important what was happening to the center. What was it? My family? It must have been my family. That's right. I burned. I had to disappear. Why didn't I notice? Did I need your help to see?
He paces nervously in circles, rambling on to himself. If you realize something, it would help me to know what it is.
I've remembered. Remembered what happened here 5 years ago.
I can't remember my parents' faces. I lived in an orphanage with the other birds my age since before I could remember. Never thought much of it at the time, but apparently every birdie there was a war orphan. But I did not resent the humans who had started the war. Did not care. Thought that living with other chicks and no parents was as natural as could be. One day the endless routine was broken and some humans broke into the orphanage. They had guns and kept shouting, "Free humanity, free humanity." I think that's what they said. They barricaded themselves in our house and killed us one at a time. I was helpless. I could only hide in the corner and weep as my family was killed before my eyes. I don't know how much time had gone by since they came. When I looked around the silent room, they were all collapsed on the floor. Birds had come to save us. They had come and killed the evil humans. That's what I thought, but... You've been granted a great power. You are one of the chosen few. I left the orphanage with my one remaining sibling, and we lived in an apartment, but I was weak and couldn't go to school or get a job. It was nothing but a burden. Then I received the invitation. I wish to welcome you with special treatment. Would you like to study the world's foremost avian school? We'll provide anything you need, anything at all. There's a hospital in the school grounds. We'll provide a room for you to live there. You'll receive all the care you require. I was living with my brother. Did not want to leave him, but if I continued to live with him, I could only hold him down. I was happy to hear that I had a chance to improve my physical condition, so I enrolled in St. Pigeonations. I was still weak, since I often stayed in my room. I had no friends, but I was not unhappy. Nurses and the faculty were all very kind to me. And then, early in my first summer vacation, the doctor made a proposal to me. This vacation is the perfect opportunity. Would you like to undergo intensive treatment? I have to stay inside for some time, but by the end of summer you should be as healthy as any other bird in the school. And so began a long summer in the underground facility. First, a routine of daily examinations and numerous medications. And then the experiments began. The experiments to kill humans. A human would be brought to me. They would struggle and gasp, and then with the last painful sigh, they would stop moving. I knew why I was brought here. Living in my body was a virus deadly to humans in a matter of minutes. My parents, whose faces I never knew, were killed by humans. Everyone else in the orphanage was killed by humans, and in return, I killed another human with each experiment. Simply by standing in the same room as me, by breathing the same air as me, they would collapse. But Hyoko was fine.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it. I had no reason to... Oh, because he was dead.
Well, he was also dead at that point.
Yeah, okay, fine.
He incinerated himself.
I had no reason not to hate them, but watching them die in front of me shaved away at my heart little by little. And so I decided to end it all. I had only one wish. I wanted to disappear from this world without a trace.
The Karen virus. The deadly gas that made its home in my body. That is what they called it. No doubt they were searching for a way to destroy humanity with that virus.
That was Operation Hatoful?
Yes. That's why I burned it all 5 years ago. There should have been nothing left, but I am not here. But maybe, just maybe, there's still something left, somewhere. And I can feel him close by. My... Mr. Kawara. Are you going to the basement?
I don't have a choice. To find a way out of here alive and to find out why they killed Hyoko, I need to ask the doctor.
I see. That encyclopedia, what else is inside?
Oh. A piece of paper folded up along with the files. This is a map of the medical center.
When I was there, I went in through the medical center. But it must connect to the main building somewhere near here.
It looks like the gym, so those stairs are...
I believe it is in the chemistry preparation room. The researchers often went in there.
The doctor is beneath the preparation room. Thank you, Nageki. I have to go.
Yes. I think you will be seeing me again, and... Miss Tosaka as well.
7th class? Jeez, there's so many classes.
That's a lot of classes in a day.
This is a lot of classes. Holy crap. I think this calls for another week then.
Me too.
I'm going to save some for later so we can have some of the block cheese with it. But
okay.
Munch, 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 munch.
A staircase in the preparation room. I've never noticed one. I wonder where it could be. Could it be a stairway to heaven?
Come on, you weren't even trying.
I was not.
The scarecrow went down there with the doctor would need to be a pretty big opening. We'll just have to go and look. 7 p.m. already. We only have 3 hours until we're overrun with bloodthirsty humans. We don't know if there's an escape route in the basement, but it's our best bet. Maybe we should get everybody from the gym to come with us as soon as we find the stairs.
Leave that to me.
Mr. Leone!
I'll take care of the other students. Don't worry, I'm not a massive agent for nothing.
Interesting.
Well then, thank you, Mr. Wan.
Aren't you going with him, sir?
I'm going to come with you, Kawara. We never know what could happen.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I am your homeroom teacher, after all.
Are you?
You've done such a good job so far. I want to be there to help you if things get dangerous.
What about you, Sakuya?
You two go ahead. I'll catch up with you.
Right, okay. We're gonna get out of here together, okay? Too much has happened today for both Sakuya and me. I don't know what is on his mind, and he doesn't seem interested in telling me, but if he wants to be alone, that's for the best. Guess it's the two of us then, Mr. Nanaki. If something bad happens, one of us can come back and warn you and the others, Mr. Leone.
Understood. Commence Operation Breakout it is then. Not so fast!
Always through the windows. Uncle, what does he want now? We don't have time for messing around.
Textoris Melodia Funus. You travel now to the Abyss of Despair, do you not?
The Abyss of Despair?
I sense demon spores far greater in power than even those released by the Tree of Blight. I cannot allow you to face the Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein alone.
The Wallenstein guy is the doctor, right? Okay,
We're coming for you, Wallenstein.
Wait, Anghel, we need to be careful, wait!
He certainly is lively. Let's go.
I think this is the first time I've been in here. It's kind of bland.
Yes. Not a very friendly room, but not distasteful either.
Isn't this where Shu locked us way back when?
Yes. This place is flooded with demon spores. Any good bird would normally avoid it.
Are demon spores like the virus that the birds are carrying that are lethal to humans?
Maybe yes.
Okay. Can you think of anything, sir? Like a hidden door or...
I don't come here very much, so... Do you feel a draft?
Draft?
There are no windows in here. It must be coming from compulsory military service.
What? Oh, I like how as it goes on, your puns are just more and more surface level. You can tell how long we've been sitting in the same spot recording for by how deep the jokes and puns get.
Yes, indeed. In
Like,
any case.
We start out in the deep end and then slowly move back towards the shallow end with our little water wings.
Be silent, my crimson breast. We must hold it back, or the eulogy of doom will...
So Anghel is also part of those same experiments and also has a human-affecting virus in him then.
I don't know. He seems to be able to tell where they are. Gate of Erebus, guide me to the abyss.
Wait, calm down, Anghel. You can't...
Oh, there it is. So it was behind the mirror all along?
He's a lot more clever than he acts, isn't he? Even if he does spout nonsense whenever he opens his beak.
Let us proceed, Textoris Melodia Funus. The master of the abyss awaits us below.
See, and he has a name specifically for Ryota.
Interestingly, this is a different name than it was the first time.
I did not notice that.
At least I think it is. He called us Textoris Melodia something the first time, but it had a different third word. I think.
I would not have picked up on that, so I appreciate it. A long, dark staircase winds downward behind the mirror. How far does it go? The basement itself should be pretty big. This is sort of like the entrance to a subway tunnel. Let's go.
Very impressive.
This is a lot fancier than I expected. Never knew this huge place was underneath the school. This facility's been used for research to kill humans since the school was founded. Kyoko, none of us ever knew. We lived our carefree lives with all this going on beneath our feet.
I don't see any birdie. I wonder if it's closed now.
Yeah, it's clean and orderly, but I don't get the feeling that it's still in use. There was a fire somewhere down here 5 years ago, and since then the whole facility has been shut up.
I suppose they froze whatever project they were working on.
Hey, Anghel. Which way do you think we should go to find the doctor?
That would be... Ah! My crimson breast murmurs! The midnight hunter approaches.
What?
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
What?
Couldn't you have said so earlier?
Oh dear, if we don't get past him, we can't go on. We cannot reach Wallenstein without first defeating his dark servants. This trial cannot be avoided.
But all we've ever managed to do is run away from this thing. How can we... Hugh.
We can't get anywhere just by running away. Do we have any sort of weapon?
Stun gun! A weapon? I do have the stun gun Mr. Leone lent me. Will it even work on a scarecrow?
Maybe not at normal output, but it looks like a living creature, so I doubt it would be completely unaffected. The Midnight Hunter is a hound, bred from the Black Void. We must purify it with holy water. Oh yes, that's a good idea.
What? What did he even say?
There's a fire hose on the wall there, if we time it right.
Mr. Nanaki wobbles towards the wall and pulls out the hose. Of course!
Ready?
He points the hose at the scarecrow and opens the valve. Anghel, sir, get back! Set the stun gun to maximum and hurl it at the scarecrow. Hugo. Collapses with an unpleasant noise. His electrified metal arm twitches for a moment, but then is still. We did it!
Electricity is a powerful thing indeed. The thunderous voice of doom. Judgment has come.
Goodbye, Mr. Scarecrow. Onwards! We never did find out what he was saying.
Maybe we will still.
I thought it sounded like Kyoko Fusaka.
It sure did.
Yeah.
That or human.
Oh, this one's you.
Disgraceful. What am I doing here? A label is not allowed hesitation.
You keep talking and I'll munch on wheat thins.
No. I have not even the right to claim that restriction anymore. Yuya. Foolish. No, not ish at all. I am a fool.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have been nothing but vain and selfish. What should I do, Yuya? Cool.
Can I be San for this scene?
Yes.
I'm gonna miss being Oko-san.
You can be San as much as you want. Do you wanna?
I do.
Leave. No one wanted you to come here.
Cool!
Shut up. Don't talk to me.
Cool?
No, I do not. It's raining.
Cool!
Confound you. Must I repeat?
Cool!
Well, shit. So, they told you.
Cool!
Do you have any idea what you're saying? Death is not a good place to chase someone to. No doubt the older breeds have no concept of death. Chase Yuya into the grave? What kind of fool would...
Cool!
What foolishness. Speaking with mongrels makes my head hurt. Except I'm a mongrel too. Poor mongrels who do not notice even their own error, that is. Is that your argument? That isn't even...
What was with the really hopeful music just going on just then? You are yourself. Never let anyone tie you down.
Maybe it's time for a big realization. I am myself? Kick reason to the curb. This is a fucking Gurren Lagann reference.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Kick reason to the curb and do the impossible, blah blah blah, bust through the heavens with your drill. It's a fucking Gurren Lagann line.
Alright, well, fine.
Oko is always brimming with useless energy, as he was. Am I the same, perhaps? We will never see him again, no matter how far we run. But if he were here now, what would he do? What would he want me to do? At any rate, moping around here won't get us anywhere. 2 more hours. I will chase after him. I will never find him, but I will find myself. Let us go, Oko. There is nothing more for us here. Mew.
I feel like that was necessary.
The demon spores are thick in the air. I smell the stench of the sorcerer.
I feel a little nervous relying on Angel's bizarre intuition alone, but it's worked so far and we're in a hurry. Is he actually following the doctor by his scent? Or was that just an Angelism?
There's some very advanced equipment in here. And these documents look fairly new. Maybe this place is still in use?
There's a register of names that left open on one desk. Maybe it's a student register? Look, your name's on here too, Anghel.
The Dark Grimoire! I feel the tendrils of imminent tragedy. They have notes on some of the students too. Under Higure, he acts as a neurotransmitter when excited. He seems to produce intoxicating or hallucinogenic pheromones. Physical exertion acts as a stimulant.
So he constantly lives in this half-hallucinated dream world and is trying to communicate despite all that?
He sweats acid and everybody else about him gets high as fuck.
Okay.
This pheromone causes others to temporarily lose control of themselves, but its usefulness is limited, not currently applicable to combat. I shall not allow the sorcerer to make me his pawn. I am the Crimson Angel of Judeca, destined to wander this earth alone.
I'm not sure what he's talking about, but he sounds and looks unexpectedly heroic.
So that, everyone going along with him?
Yeah, it's because of that. The pheromones.
Also the boss fight, we probably just beat up Shu in real life, normally.
Oh yeah, probably, but whatever.
It looks like all the students who were invited here have some sort of physical idiosyncrasy. How did you enroll, Kawara?
How? I was invited too, I don't know why.
Yours is just a bunch of numbers.
You're always sick in your stomach, right?
Yup. I wonder if it's the explanation for something like Higure's. No! The black miasma of inevitable doom draws near. We are approaching the gate of the abyss. I feel its foul wind.
Let us go, the doctor's waiting for us.
Could you wait a minute, Kawara?
There's a final boss fight right there. What is it, sir? We're almost done, we need to...
I want to ask you something first, Kawara. You lied. Did not you? Did you not?
What? Lied? Me?
I don't know why you would lie about that. Or maybe you forgot, even though it was just yesterday.
Yesterday after school? Like I said to Sakuya, I don't know anything about it. We have to ask the doctor.
I see. Let's go on then.
Mr. Nanaki follows Anghel down towards the innermost room. They've been trying to find the truth about Hyoko's death since this morning. Why would I lie? Maybe Mr. Nanaki misunderstood something, but it seems too simple. This game took a really weird turn somewhere back around. In contrast to the rooms above, this area is dark and filthy. This must be where the fire was 5 years ago. I feel like I can smell the soot just by looking at the walls here. Nageki threw himself into the sea of fire here to end the experiments. Wonder what I would have done in his place. Would I have ended it all like him, or... You're late, Mr. Kawara. Grown tired of waiting.
So round.
Round boy.
The Dark Sorcerer, Wallenstein. Doctor.
It wasn't just Hyoko. You killed the headmaster as well. If it weren't for you, the boy who went outside wouldn't have been... Why are you doing this? Must I repeat myself? I told you before, I merely disassembled Miss Tosaka after the fact. I did not kill her. You think I care? Appear that you need some assistance. I told you before, but you should already have everything you need to answer your question. Who'd kill Tosaka Hyoko?
Do not listen to the Dark Sorcerer's words, Textoris Melodia Funus. He will lay a spell on you.
Perhaps the peanut gallery could keep its thoughts to itself. An iron grill drops behind me like an evil wizard's portcullis. I'm cut off.
Oh dear, we appear to be shut in. No, the dark spell.
What are you doing? Nothing at all. I simply have no business with them. I was waiting for you, Mr. Kawara. Now let's return to our conversation. Conversation about the truth you seek. You've done unbelievably cruel things, Doctor. You were involved in the medical center here, too. Nothing you can say to me will change my mind. How pugnacious of you. But you are lacking in logic. What I may or may not have done has little to do with the truth of my words. I was employed at this facility from the beginning. No doubt you have already deduced that I was working on Operation Hatoful. Operation Hatoful. Plan to wipe out humanity with the Charon virus. Precisely. What does make me so happy when students read ahead and come prepared for the lecture? You are exemplary. The strain we isolated from the original host was extremely powerful, quite possibly the deadliest in human history. Our strains of such lethality tend to be fragile themselves. Coronavirus was no exception. It cannot last very long outside of a host's body. In order to deliver it to the enemy, we would have to have sent live carriers into the society and allowed it to spread via airborne infection. This proved troublesome. Charon virus, in addition to being harmless to birds, is ill-equipped to establish itself in our bodies. Fujishiro Nageki, the original host, had a rare genetic condition which resulted in a slightly compromised immune system. In his body alone was Kara unable to safely reside. Alas, he refused to cooperate. You forced him to kill human prisoners? If it weren't for your experiments, he never would have killed himself. Indeed. It had not occurred to us that the test of the strain's effects would harm his mental health. We expected that he would be glad of the chance to avenge himself on humanity, but sadly it was not so, and we lost our sample. The project was put on indefinite hold with his death, but thankfully we did not lose his corpse in its entirety, preserved his remains, and we've kept them to this day. Been waiting for a new carrier to arrive.
It sounds like this was a very labor-intensive project. Wasn't there a better way?
Quite right. I digressed a little, but there was a reason for our methods. It did not take me long to come up with a better plan. We need only compromise the subject's immune system, creating a compatibility like Fujishiro Nageki's. Compromise immune system? They die! Indeed. Even if the subject were able to become a carrier for the coronavirus, if they died to some other infection, it would all be for naught. Which is why I was very careful with who I chose. I worked on the subject over time, slowly weakening his immune system. I suppose I should count myself lucky that I achieved my goal in only a year. You're an exemplary student, Mr. Kawara. I give you full marks. Full marks? My head hurt. Oh, so wait. Well, I know, we killed Tosuka, but we killed Tosuka by exposing her to virus.
We're the carrier.
Yeah.
I didn't living biological weapon.
I didn't get the biological weapon part, but I knew, okay, we killed her somehow, but how? My head hurts, almost as if some strange creature's wiggling about deep inside my brain. Are you okay, Ryota? Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right. Hyoko came to the infirmary to see me? You've come this far. Sure you can answer this. What was it that you forgot? Everything is hazy. I think my stomach is acting up again. Drink the medicine Dr. Iwamine gives me, then lie down, but my body still feels heavy. I'm tired. Are you okay, Ryota? Yeah, I'm fine now. Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right. Hyoko is reaching towards me. Want to go home? I'll walk you. Her hand stops. Hyoko falls to her knees, clutching her chest. Ryota, I can't breathe. Oh, she can't breathe. This is bad. My mother said to get home early. Everything feels strange, almost like it's a dream. I need to go home. Goodbye, Hyoko. I'll see you tomorrow. Hugh. She fell down before my eyes, and then... The experiment was a resounding success. Miss Tosuka displayed the archetypal symptoms of a human infected with Charon virus, and passed away. Once the virus is inside a human body, it shuts down the respiratory system in a matter of minutes. Technically speaking, it causes an overreaction in the immune system, which leads to widespread apoptosis in the lungs, but more simply, any human who comes into contact with you will die. You see? You're lying. Hyoko and I were together since we were children. Of course, I only administered the live virus into you yesterday. All things I've done to you over the past year have been in preparation for it. Do you recognize this? The Scarecrow's head? Yes, alas, the body is now useless, but I should tell you about the Labor 9, the being you call the Scarecrow. One of the Labor model new humans developed by the Dove Party researchers, but denounced as unethical. We appears to have advanced quickly, but our physical capabilities are still far behind those of the human race. These new creatures were livestock, if you will, to compensate for that. The Labor series was a great step towards the beautiful idea of coexistence with humans. The human's head mounted inside an artificial body, they were durable and capable of difficult tasks. Of course, they never entered development, the project having been shut down early due to ethical complaints. However, I carried on the Dove Party researcher's wheel and created this prototype to be my sidekick. Oh, that's why he carried our head.
Yup.
We didn't want too many other people snooping around and disrupting your investigation, so I had to patrol the building. And now the next question. What is inside this bag? A human's head? No, close, but you have to be more specific. I believe you had Miss Tosuka's head sent to you in your classroom, but did you notice anything missing? Missing? I found her in the box. I was too shocked to be looking for clues. Might as well have missed something. Wait. He doesn't mean... Hyoko's brain? Correct, you do catch on quickly. Miss Tosaka did come to me too quite frequently. Of course, having been placed in labor 9, she has lost much of her personality. Then she's... alive? But her body is gone. All that's left is her brain. And if all the cyberpunk fiction I've been reading is to tell me, then that's exactly the same as just her alone. Tying it back in. Do you see that? We just came full circle.
I do.
Can we still call that alive? Alive or not alive, I don't know anymore. Can you save her? That's a difficult question. I tend to think of there being a definite border between life and death, but in reality it's quite vague. Her personality still remained in this world up until a few minutes ago. Inits. I like inits.
Yeah.
But you give poor Labor 9 quite a shock, shall we say. Last Miss Tosaka's brain is no doubt irreversibly damaged. The wonders of modern medicine can do nothing for her now but sigh and shake their heads. Yesterday her body and today her mind. You're a far more twisted villain than I could ever hope to be, Mr. Kawara.
Wow.
I killed Hyoko. It's my fault all along. Why did it have to happen this way? Because of course it did. This was all arranged for you. See, I knew that fucking part. Labor 9, Mr. Sakazaki, and the headmaster help you along in your investigation. But one step from the end now, you must remember one more thing. What was it that you and Miss Tosaka told me long ago? Come, follow me. He holds out his wing. What lies beyond here? Hyoko is gone. The one who killed her was here from the beginning. I have nothing more to lose. You are obedient, Mr. Kawara.
Wait, Textorus, Melodia Funus. The demon spores are the thickest that way. You will not be able to return. That's right. The doctor is probably going to do something unspeakably horrible to you, Kawara. Come back.
Thank you for bringing Mr. Kawara this far, you two. And now, goodbye.
Oh dear. This looks bad. Do you suppose it's poison gas? This presence. Mystic Phantom, the avatar of miasma. You do take everything in stride, don't you, Higure?
Two humans lie in a twisted pile. They are Hyoko's parents. She said they would work as mediators between birds. She said they work as mediators between birds and humans. We were trying to say something to the humans barricaded on the other side of the wall, but they received only bullets as a reply. The death of her parents became a signal. The birds surrounding the little house across the wall as one. I can hear gunfire from inside. I can hear humans and birds screaming. We could do nothing but stand outside and watch. And then the stranger came and spoke to us. Is there anything you desire? I'll grant any wish for you, so tell me. I answered. I don't want these things to happen anymore. My wish is for a world where humans and birds no longer fight. Even if I die, I want there to be peace. And Yoko continued. I agree. I would do anything to make Kuroda's wish come true. The stranger nodded. Might not be possible right now, but one day I will make it happen.
Well, shit.
Well, that's fucked. When we were children. That's right. It was you. It was the other thing you had forgotten. Remembered, I see. 8 years ago, a number of humans barricaded themselves in a building not far from where we lived. Hyoko's parents were shot by the other humans, and many birds and humans were killed in the ensuing gunfight. And I met the doctor. I asked for a world in which humans and birds no longer fight. You and Ms. Tosaka both said you would be glad to die to bring it about, and so I'm carrying out your wish just as you had stated it. Even symbiotic relationships are not free from strife. In order to end the wars between humans and birds forever, one race would have to be completely destroyed, you see? Why did you choose me back then? Choose you? Why did I ask you what your wish was, you mean? I assure you it was not a coincidence. I'm not so bored as to wander around granting wishes willy-nilly. I, too, had made a promise to grant your wish. The preliminary test yesterday was a resounding success. We need only transfer the original lysosomes from Fujishiro Nageki to you, and everything will be in place. I've granted your wish. Though I did make you jump through a few hoops, so you would remember your wish and understand my intentions. It would be the least I could do to at least acknowledge all I've done for you, right? Right? I don't care about anything now. Hyoko is gone. My wish has destroyed everything. Nothing good has ever happened. This is what my life is to be like. I wish I'd never been born. I don't want to see anything anymore. Do not be anxious. You have no will to resist, so soon you will forget it all. Good night, Mr. Kawara.
Ah, my crimson breast senses danger. Talking will just make it worse, Higure. It seems to be leaking in quite slowly. I'm glad we have a little more time, but it is getting hard to breathe. Wallenstein, you coward! Come out and fight. Coo! Coo! Hold on just a little longer. We'll get you out of there. I will try to open the cage. Oko, you see to the gas. Woo-hoo! Oko-san saves the day.
Yeah,
You wanted him
Oko-san.
to come back and he did.
Yeah.
Ah, much better. No one can say you slack off as student president, Shirogane. The Crimson Breast shall not forget this. Are you two alone? Where did Kawara go? Who? No, he didn't. He got carried off by the doctor. Carried off?
Protein supplements.
If we do not act soon, the funeral song shall herald the coming of the darkness. Why can you never speak in plain Japanese, miserable poltroon?
Poltroon? Like poultry, but
Yes.
nice.
He's saying that the doctor is planning to turn Kawara into a biological weapon. What? Maybe we should save. We can explain while we walk.
Yeah, we should definitely save that. Listen, when we started this, you gave me the impression it was going to be like an hour or so. A couple hours.
I thought that it was too. How long has it been?
You don't want to know. Anyway, it seems like we're almost at the end of it anyway, so let's keep going.
We can explain while we walk. Assuming I don't run out of breath. Very well. Let us proceed.
However, I am going to totally eat another wheat then.
And immediately get a line. Kawara, are you alive? Miserable medical man, what have you done to him?
Why, if it isn't the son of the noble LaBelle family, what is one of your prestige doing here?
Your pathetic jabs mean nothing to me. What have you done to Kawara?
I've granted his wish. That is all. It's almost 10. The human forces are gathered above. Mr. Kawara must now return to the surface and begin the end of the human race.
Kawara would wish for no such thing. He would never harm a human. Right, Kawara?
Seems he is hesitant to agree with you.
Bah! He has been swallowed by the demon spores. Our voice will not reach him.
It's time for us to go. He has but little time left in this world and cannot afford to waste any of it.
He has but little time? What does this mean?
His duty is now to fly about the world, spreading the seeds of throughout all of humanity. It'd be a feat impossible for any normal rock dove. Of course, he will be shot at as well. If he were to fall from his wounds, he would die before completing his task. Ooh! Ooh!
There he goes.
Mr. Kawara has traded his free will for normally impossible physical tenacity.
He's been brainwashed? We have to stop him and bring him back to his senses before he reaches the surface. But Ovo is stronger than any of us, and he was sent flying just like that. How can we keep him here? Kawara is very strong, but lacks control right now, right? Maybe we should ask Higure. What? Him? He's nuts!
Do you want me to take over another character?
I don't know. Black Bean Donna. There he goes again, spouting nonsense. Do you want to take one over?
Yeah, I'll take, Anghel.
Okay.
He seems fun.
Ah! Oh dear. There goes Shirogane.
The demon Red Eye speaks. Seal the disaster with the power of the Chosen One. Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah?
I'm sorry I took the fun from you.
No. It's okay. He's reacting. How is that frail Luzon able to affect him? What is he doing? Hypnotizing him. According to the documents back there, Higure has the ability to pull others into his own fantasies and break down their mental restraints. I was talking to the doctor about it earlier, too. I think it's real. Mental restraints? Like how a desperate man can be stronger than usual.
The demon Red Eye heralds the awakening. By the power of the blood-stained hand, I shall seal the funeral song. Ooh.
There we go. Perfect. We're supposed to convince Ryota to stop while ourselves being drawn into some bizarre fantasy? This is madness.
This is
Bird
Hatoful.
school. Don't think about the consequences, Shirogane. Just go along with it.
Prepare yourselves. We fight, brethren bound with the red lotus fetters. Ryota, Textors Melodia Funis appears. Angel's turn. Black Demon, be silent. Textors Melodia Funis, now's the time to break Wallenstein's spell. Hear the call of the Red Lotus.
Cool.
Woo! Which one?
I don't know. How about come back? We're all trying our best for you, Kawada. Come back to us. Pull yourself together. Do you not care? Do you plan to destroy all we've gained? Stop, Kawada. This is not the path you must travel.
Combo? Whose turn? Jeez, Ryota, you're causing every birdie trouble. I don't want to see you like this either. I'm the only Berserker-class character this story needs. Wake up, Ryota. Ryota was defeated.
Who could that have been?
I wonder. Nah.
Kawada, pull yourself together. Do you want this?
No, I don't. I don't.
Oh, sorry, that's you.
I don't want to make everyone sad. The Remeter reactivated? Fascinating. It should not have been possible for some hours yet.
Disease is half in the mind, after all.
That sounds like bullshit.
Outlook is surprisingly important.
I suppose this means my data was insufficient. Do you want Anghel back?
No.
This is the end, Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein. Be judged by the Crimson Breast. Wait, Anghel. It's not just his fault.
Why do you protect him? He is the one who did this to you.
Tell me, Doctor. Why did you go so far to grant my wish? Why did I grant your wish? Reason of nothing to note. It's not worth telling. It's merely an experiment that has now come to an end. You must have had a reason. You aren't the sort to go around talking to children without some purpose. I want to know the answer to everything. The answer is nowhere near as glamorous as you were expecting, I assure you. Hey, good morning, Issa. Sorry to spring this on you, but could you take a look at these? What is it, sir? You seem excited. It's amazing, the healers we got earlier. Healers? Ah, the Gila cells from last month.
Hey, you referenced that earlier.
Did I?
A long time ago.
During the Hatoful playthrough?
Wasn't it?
I mean, I know what Gila cells are, and I know I've talked about them before, but I don't know if it was on the Hatoful playthrough.
Oh, what could it have been in then?
Something when we were talking about immortality.
Okay.
Yeah, them from the Unusually Old Human. Eating science even after death. Can't we at least call the samples by their proper name? always been serious like that, Issa. These samples are like sweet lovebirds. Touch them with kindness and they respond beautifully. Just how many lovebirds do you have again? Perhaps you should call them pet birds instead? Maybe you're right. Anyway, look at this. We've been looking into cancer cell immortality. Indeed, these results are amazing. You're quite lucky with these things. It's all about love. Or intuition. That too. Kawara Ryuji. He's quite possibly the most gifted researcher alive. He has abilities and intuition that not even he can explain.
Whose name was that?
Kawara?
Yeah.
Ryota?
Yeah?
Hey, good morning, Issa. Nice weather, huh? Makes me want to do something outside. It's already evening. I believe one normally switches to good evening around now. It's good morning whenever I get it, Issa. Get distracted by things like common sense and you'll miss the greatest discoveries of your life. Sophistry? Hey, good morning, Issa. See, we're low on cash. Here, was this the one? I didn't ask you to pick it up for me. Here, take it. It's not like we're running out. You sound like a pushy salesman. Your right wing is injured, right? If there's anything I can help you with, just ask. You're doing fine so far. So these are Ryota's parents?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good morning, Issa. Hey, can I say something? What is it, sir? I'm somewhat busy. I'm always busy. If I waited for you to take a break, I'd die of old age before I got to say. Talking like this gets us nowhere. Guess what? I had a kid. I see. Congratulations. Alright, no, okay. Don't you have anything else to say? Not particularly. Protection is natural for all living creatures. Of course, were I to become a father, I would feel bad for the child, given my habit of locking myself away in the laboratory. Sorry, as soon as I figured out whose voice it was, I feel like I should switch. The only bird who I ever recognized. The only one I ever recognized as worthy of my respect. Hey, good morning, Issa. I brought you something cool. What is it? A fossil, look at it. It's huge. You act like an excited child.
Praise Helix.
Hey, I like geology too. It tells me with spouse breach. But carry on your research while you're out then. Go on. Dang, you're cold. Hey, listen, want to come with me on a business trip sometime? Field observation is fun. My next one's at the start of the month. I'm interested in your work, sir. I'm not sure this is Evil Mining anymore.
I believe it is.
Oh, I'm interested in your work, sir. I'm partway through a fascinating process at the moment. Perhaps another time. Yeah, I'll invite you next time. Bet traveling here would be a blast. Field observation is not exactly sightseeing. I'll make sure to open time in my schedule, though. His last moments were dreadfully anticlimactic. He fell ill with a disease endemic to the island. The time we returned to him, he was so emaciated one could barely recognize him. We watched as many other birds succumb to the disease, so I was sure that he would die in this examination room, surrounded by his family. What the fuck is even happening in this game anymore? Issa, I always knew this was a possibility. Yes, sir. I don't regret the way I did things. No, sir.
The no sir is Shu.
Oh, the no sir issue?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. But I just remembered. I do have one regret. Yes, sir. I haven't done anything a father's supposed to do. I promised to take time off for the first time in years. I want you to do me a favor, Issa. If you ever run into my son, can you do something for him in my stead? A rather vague request. He's too nice. He never asked for something even if he wanted it. I expect he inherited that trait from his father. Anyway, if you ever happen to meet him, you don't have to go out of your way to find him or anything. Very well, I shall remember. What is his name? Ryota. It's Kawara Ryota. So wait, Shu was doing this because he has this weird warped idea of what fulfilling a wish for Ryota's father meant?
Yeah, Shu was highly impressed by Ryota's dad's scientific intellect and 9-inch corkscrew penis, so he decided to fulfill his son's wish. Unfortunately, Shu is a sociopath, so he didn't fulfill it in exactly the way one might hope.
Fucking slay me. Don't do that. You vanished from my life before I ever told you my feelings. And I've chased your shadow since then. This is what I mean by quitting while you're ahead. Is it just cowardice? No matter how I study life, its past and future, I'll never be able to surpass you. And that was my only goal. Kawara Ryota, son of Dr. Kawara, carrying half his genetic material and otherwise unrelated. This boy. He may be the only way for me to catch your shadow now.
Well, shit.
What the fuck is even going on?
We just learned about
How is there
Shinsuke
more?
Crush.
Okay, hold on. We need to take a break. We need to.
How long has it been?
It's been several hours.
Really?
It's now 12:30 in the morning.
What? Are you fucking with me?
I'm not fucking with you.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, we've been at this for a while. Okay, so I don't care if we're just right near the end. We need to take a break here.
We do.
Because I want to eat.
Yeah. That explains why my voice feels like absolute ass.
Yeah, because we've been at this for so fucking long.
I'm actually... Damn.
This feels so... How is this so long?
I know, right?
I don't... Oh my fucking god. Alright. Well, I'll either see you in a few seconds or I'll see you next episode, one of the two. And now we're just gonna eat with impunity.
Yup.
Bye.
Bye.